Alright, we're continuing on from the day that we found the fingerprints on that jar. If you haven't seen it, go watch that before this video. You'd think we would have learned by now that Bigfoot isn't going to be just, standing out in the tree line staring at us when we have a camera, but I don't know. Here's to dedication, I guess. I say we go on a walk. I'm pretty sure they could win the patience game. I always think it's interesting too when I hear that people say they're nocturnal, because it's like, really? They are? I've had a tree broke at me in the daytime, been roared at in the daytime, bluff charged in the daytime. And how many other experiences and reports are there of weird things happening in the day? Sorry to interrupt for a minute. I just wanted to say that it's not that different, you guys watching the videos, than us being out there in the forest, because you kind of feel this disconnect to the subject. Even though you know they're there, it's still hard to accept. When we're there, we're looking through the cameras a lot. We're trying to make sure the camera's seeing what we're seeing. And some of the amazing things that we do end up seeing, it really takes a moment to set in, which sometimes isn't for days. You really are kind of experiencing like we are, and it's just crazy to actually imagine what it would be like to see one of these things that's right there. I mean, these things are playing with us from the other side of some of these trees, extremely close. I mean, just imagine what that would be like to know that you're actually right there. And then again, where we are, we're in Colorado, and look at these reports. These are all the sightings. It's just crazy to just, I don't know, somehow grasp this reality of what's going on here. I don't even know how to put it into words. After going out here so long, seeing the evidence, basically I have proof for myself. I don't know how close you listening now follow the channel, but whatever proof is to you, everything we've ever seen and shown is completely legit and real. And without actually seeing what's there doing this, you get this disconnect after a while, and it's like things are actually there. And you say that and you're like, oh yeah, I know. Like, no, they're really there. Like, yeah, okay, I know. It's like, no, you're not listening. There's this 8-foot tall man, hair covered thing watching you, and it could do anything it wanted at any moment, and there's potentially enough of them that they could be surrounding you at any time. And we're just here digging in the ground, showing rocks, and it's like, I don't know, hopefully some more of these pieces will come together here. Like I said, I don't even know how to put this into words, so I'm trying to explain, but I think you get it. I don't know, maybe not. I think they're probably largely nocturnal, more active at night, but not just nocturnal. Alright guys, I just grabbed my backpack. We're going to go on a hike and then come back and check on this before we leave. Oh, and I almost forgot, I've had rocks stacked up 3 high in the daytime while we were there in our areas, and another rock placed on a backpack while we were there. What are these fingerprints on the... bottle. Jar, yeah. Almost as good as the cutting board. I
wonder if with closer examination you end up getting anything like, we got fingerprints.
Thermal ridges and stuff. Every now and then I like to slow things down or even just stop it completely and just kind of have a look around.
And to identify them better, I guess.
I guess I'll do a little whistle every now and then so I know where we're at. I can get the clicker that day. Not that they don't know, but you know what I mean. It just shows our stance. Hey, we're not trying to be hidden. We're not trying to trick you.
That shirt move, or was that the same spot?
Same spot. I'm not filming. You know, we've seen everything here because of our last hike. And more or less. You want to just get somewhere and sit, just wait a bit. You can listen.
Yeah, just pick a spot, I guess.
Not anywhere in the shade, maybe. So we went on this hike, and we're also just killing time, getting away from our area over there, and then gonna go back and see if anything changed.
If they're stealthy enough to come sneak up behind us to where we can actually hear them, I don't think they're really too concerned how close we are.
I think we're trying to trick them, or we're gonna put up a super fast, quick drone, or who knows. But like stacking 3 rocks real quick, or bring a rock in your backpack or whatever is easy. But investigating new gifts that we left, and it really takes more of their attention. So yeah, this will be fun to sled down.
Yeah, we definitely have some fun ideas for winter time. Never gone sledding with Bigfoot, neither have we.
I'll try with Bigfoot, sledding with Bigfoot. That's kind of a good idea for different videos. Sledding with Bigfoot, gold panning with Bigfoot. Don't recognize that.
Yep. Someone doesn't fall there. You definitely didn't come from there.
So sometimes we just walk and kind of let everyone just experience how we're experiencing it. Other times, like right now, I want to talk and kind of keep the audience engaged because these videos are for you. You know, these really are for you. And I get comments, hey, shut up. Or I get comments, hey, you should talk more. You know, so we try to find this happy medium because I've experienced it. I've been there. Things have happened that woken me up. And now I'm trying to share that with the world. Say, hey, look, this is crazy. You know, check this out. Look what's going on over here. So these videos are for you guys. So I try to find a happy balance of what works for everybody. Check out the cool big spot. Hey guys, interesting fact, this tree here is the very first tree I've ever inspected. Brody was with me that day from RMSO. Okay, well, like with a lot of this, I have no idea what the hell that sound was. Did you guys hear that? That was crazy. I'm gonna play that again. Got some pretty cool things out of the ground here. Amazing what's in the dirt. The crystals that were here were not covered in iron at all.
Yeah, funny how we're not too much further down the hill and boom. Completely covered in iron.
Geologically speaking, it's the same exact area. Yeah. Let's go 100 feet this way, 200 feet that way, 50 feet that way. Hey, I just noticed something black, pretty dark out there in the woods, some figure, probably a shadow or, side of a rock, a boulder or something. But an area with as much activity as we had here, you just never know. Just thinking it's a little interesting they didn't seem to care too much about that bone. I mean, aside from it being put on the ground and the lid on top of it, which is it's just like it was a rock or something else,
Maybe that was them saying they had no interest in it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna do it face down with the doll or.
Right. Seems kind of what it seems like. So I don't know if you remember, but that little bone I left on top of the gifting box with the lid, and when we came back, we found it slightly shoved into the ground with the lid on top of it. So maybe that's their way of saying, hey, this is like our thing. This bone stuff is reserved for us. Leave it alone. Who knows? We don't know. Trying to find out.
I was gonna ask. I remember when that buck went running across, running for its life, basically.
I said at the end of that video.
Just didn't know how well it showed.
I haven't seen the video.
That's what I was hoping for, because that was a concern of mine, was how well it showed up and if I was able to capture it when it was running.
I think you did. You were filming right in front of it, so even a glimpse of it proves that we didn't make it up,
Oh, I know, but
So.
it would have been good to catch, like how fast that thing was just
it was
hauling down.
So I said,
That buck was hauling.
yeah, they're going through a video. I said, hey, some other weird things happen. Something runs up behind us. We stop, turn around, nothing's there. And just before that, there's a buck absolutely spooking it at a 45 degree angle past us. So, but I haven't seen because after I do those little updates like that, right, something cool happens, a bone drop, ruckus in the bushes, whatever. I'll do those little videos and I'll just get back to where we left off with the editing.
Right.
So I haven't gotten that far yet.
See that? That's how it's supposed to sound like, and see how it's breaking?
Yeah. Right, the base. Oh, here I'm pushing it.
And when we're actually doing like attempts at knocking those over, how come they can't be like that?
Yeah. It's funny how the half of it that is not here is also not here. It's nowhere here. I think I'm going to do a knock because we'll be telling them that we're over here. Like we're interested over here and trying to get communication over here, and they'll feel more comfortable over here. You know what I mean? Okay. Sticks keep breaking. Hey, on a side note, my uncle, who showed me how to melt gold down really quickly and easily, efficiently, also brought me this big, cool, fat roll of sage, like a big, huge cigar. It's just awesome. What are you guys' opinions on me bringing it out here to the forest and just, lighting that thing up? Cool to find an arrowhead or something like that. I don't even know how people find them, though, because, for 100 years, you would assume that they get buried. But people find them seemingly just sitting right on top in places. This is nice right here.
Something you would definitely have to be looking for. Glad it's not windy.
Yeah, nice. Very, very nice, man. the bouncing, shuffling sound is from the microphone adapter on the camera not being held in place. So it's since been secured, so there's no room for user error. Big old X there. I don't know if it's here or not. Emergency service call. Let's keep that a little bit of time. See that stuff from here? It's like.
It looks like my battery is going out. But yeah.
Pretty intricate one. It's one of the better ones. You know what's interesting? Look at where the bark's pulled off.
Yeah, I was just looking at this and seeing how much was off the bottom of that guy.
Yeah, look at the scratch marks. Or the worm marks from a worm.
I don't know if those are scratched.
Can't tell, huh? Looks like some of them are a worm. Well, anyway, yeah, the bark right there, right at that spot.
Yeah, there's a few things in here.
This is where it's started to come into that rock snow you're talking about. The last time we saw this was covered in snow, right?
Oh yeah, that was one of the last times we were up during all that.
That might have a good sound to it. Yeah, that sounds good sound. Really good. It's like the perfect knocking log.
Good.
Gosh, that's good. I know I've seen this guy before. That's a good one. Looks more recent, doesn't it? Now being broke at the base though is what you'd want to see.
It's still green on the tree in that section?
Tell, is it green
Or is it just,
underneath it?
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's under it.
Yep, it is. Looks like the little tiny ones are growing.
Cool area. Probably have some minerals around here somewhere. So this lichen, this moss here, absolutely one of the best things you can put in your soil for your garden is this stuff. You break that up, full of nitrogen and just nutrients and minerals. Super soil. Super soil.
Super soil.
That'd be fun to go sledding down. So yeah, our old gifting spot is around that outcropping, I believe.
Well, there was something just on the other side of here. It's been a while since we've been here. It might be on the other side of this, actually. Oh, I could see right here. But I thought our cave was right around this corner right here. You're right. Isn't this still National Forest? Like the no camping section?
Yeah, no camping.
Okay, that cave's right behind here. Right in there. You wanna check out the cave?
Go for it.
Oh, it's a lot harder than I remember. It's getting there. It's always felt like a total spot for them to hang out in. You know? Nice and shaded, cool. Just a good, quiet spot. This is where I'd hang out. But
So we had rocks kind of in a little pattern, and we had
Maybe, I guess.
sticks leaning up around them, making this like just these little patterns. And they're either now gone or those rocks are scattered about there now.
nothing that was yelling out at me. Yeah.
And remember the big rib cage from way back when? Well, this spot here, this is where we actually found the kill site. The rib cage was way the heck down by a parking area far, far away. All the rest of the bones and blood and fur were right here.
This way. Yeah. Thought it just came off from somewhere, but I don't really see a spot.
No, you can see the impression it was. I'm not sure why.
Oh, so it used to be right there, I guess.
It's big.
Oh, it's there.
So big pieces of rock that match the same shape of each other, falling apart, pretty easy to explain. Freeze thaw. Rocks stacked up, not so much.
Nice.
Like rocks stacked and piled up on top of each other that we've seen several times now. It's clearly done by something with mind and hands.
Yeah, watch your head on stupid branches sticking down. That rock slid up.
Looks like it.
Interesting. There's something we haven't heard. Not lately anyway. Crow. Yeah. I'm gonna take a minute, get some water. This battery's been flashing for a bit, so it's almost done. Hopefully it doesn't die before I can capture him.
Do you ever think squirrels are afraid of heights?
She's way up there.
Because they're not. I can't believe how high up there this guy is.
Oh, bastard.
He's breaking off pine cones, dropping them down to the ground where he's getting them later.
He's dropping them all off so he can go eat them.
Kind of cool.
We once again prove the existence of squirrels.
Alright.
That knowledge, this because you already know people are like, oh, there's your noise, there's your knock, there's your sound.
Yeah, no. Not even the same kind of sound. And actually, if that was the case, they do that all the time, I'm sure. We would hear that all the time. If the knocking was them.
Knocking
It's a totally different sound,
knock.
right?
We're talking about squirrels and how some of the comments we've had before where people that are skeptics of Bigfoot say, oh, it's squirrels making the noise or it's birds doing this or that, and they clearly haven't put all the pieces together yet. And it's like, why do you even watch these videos then? But at the same time, I get it. You know, they want to believe, they're curious, and they get let down. And that's understandable. I mean, it's an extremely, extremely difficult topic and something that's obviously extremely difficult to prove, you know, and they think they're going to get evidence and they get let down over and over. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it goes, but we're trying, you know. A lot of us are out there, we're trying.
This battery's really hanging on.
Yeah. Complete opposite of this guy.
Yeah, so about these batteries and these cameras, you know, it's just like life. It's give and take. The SX60 batteries are rock stars, but the SX540 footage and megapixel is a rock star, and the batteries suck. The footage on the SX60 doesn't suck, but it's not nearly as good, you know. But hey, both of the cameras are extremely affordable, and I highly recommend them, especially the 540 if you can just have a pocket full of batteries. You know, on another note, just regarding this channel and these videos, it's pretty tough. I mean, I just wanted to go hiking and exploring, you know, rocks and geology and gold pan and take you guys along with me, and, you know, all this craziness happened. And
Yeah, I'm so glad we do something that, you know, we got into that doesn't require a whole lot of physical energy. Right? A lot of time and effort.
Well, either the universe had different plans for me or they just weren't able to scare me off. And here I am, you know, just trying to prove what I found out. And why not? You know, I'm not afraid to make myself a target. I don't care. People can think what they want. Let's prove what's here.
Okay, back on.
Right down there's where this house is being built. That road, going in there.
Oh yes, I remember walking through what seemed like at least 2.5, 3 feet of snow.
Late last year, we found someone put a new road in here and is putting up a new house.
I forget how many feet you were calling it. People were calling People were calling you
Oh, it's a
a
200.
liar because we were joking about,
200.
making a joke of,
Obvious sarcasm.
Yep, there it is. Trailer and everything.
Wow. All they've done is murdered a bunch of trees.
Yep.
So we've done a big loop here on this hike, and we're getting close to the road.
Maybe they're going to be building a wood cabin.
So it really doesn't bother me too much that this is here. It's not like it's right in the middle of our investigating area. But, I mean, still, I'd prefer if they weren't here, but, you know, whatever. Well, under any event, nothing's been done in an entire year. They just killed a bunch of trees, made this path, parked a bunch of crap up there, and it's just sat this way for at least a year now. So I don't know if there's a legal battle going on or something. Not my problem. Don't care.
Well, we can either cut through here or go back around.
Pretty cool. Trail right there? Wow. Damn, that road is close. It's just right on the other side. I really wish they wouldn't piece off the land like that. Like, that wasn't anybody's property before, you know? It's all brand new. Somebody can sit there, put up a bunch of signs to everybody else to keep out or they'll shoot them. And now nobody can go there and enjoy their space. I mean, why? Government doesn't need any money, you know?
No, they can just print it.
Right, they do. But so even if someone paid $1 million for that lot, what is that? If you divide it up to all the different people in the government, everybody gets 50 cents. Like, what's the point? Leave the freaking land alone. This is me off, obviously. It's anybody off who enjoys this nature.
This land is my land. This land is not your land. I forget how the rest of the song from New York to something. Remember the song?
Yep, this land is no longer yours. Oh, gotta edit that out.
That's just gonna What?
Nobody's there.
You were just talking about a smoke bomb.
Speaking of the smoke bomb, that is something else I'm going to try again. I still have a few left over from 4th of July because I think some cool different things like that need to be tried a few times to see if you're actually going to get a result.
You know what? I just want to see.
Just like burning the sage, whatever else.
Just for fun.
You know, we're down to try anything, as most of you already know by this point.
If there's any over there watching. It'd be awesome if it wasn't shaking. See if I can fix that. Alright, so that zoom in sucked. Sorry.
Hey, Greg, no worries, man. We got to keep trying. The suckiest zoom in shot ever could be the one that ends up getting us that awesome footage. You never know. Okay, now we're getting back over to our area near our gifting site where we've had a plethora of things happen at this point.
Okay, so you want me to stay rolling?
I can.
It doesn't matter, I just know certain sections we try to kind of not have like a constant beginning to end. Alright, but I know we're trying to actually capture stuff now.
Just keep it going, kids. seemed like they were right there. Knocking. Yeah, it's like one of these rocks and everything. I just edited it out, but in case you get noise or something. Coming back. Not trick you.
I was gonna say, maybe do a knock or something and let them know. But they probably already know.
Sure they already know, just in case. Nope, I'm not gonna do the last two. Nothing surprised at all.
No, should be pretty much straight down from here. Alright. Alright, alright, alright.
Alright, well, we'll check it tomorrow. I guess just to make sure, open it, but I mean, it's out there.
Looks like it's still there.
Squirrel's not able to get in it, right?
I can't really see where they'd be able to. Without chewing through a bunch of wood.
We're leaving. More knocking. Damn fly.
I was hoping for a goodbye knock. Well, I was hoping for something here. And this is the direction of earlier knocks, and we had all that crazy activity that one day that was just below here.
Doesn't seem like you're probably here.
Which I don't get. Why make so much noise in the beginning and nothing now?
I don't know.
Unless that's all it was, just to let them know, you know, let the others know we're here.
It sucks. The last time we did.
Okay.
It sounded good.
Yeah, but it sounded like a damn rock, a big one.
Told you it might get a response.
That one's right over there. Similar direction.
Are they doing that while we were talking?
Yep,
So that's part of the key?
I think so.
So we don't listen too intently? And there goes the squirrel.
That's what I'm used to hearing.
Like, why did he start right then? Oh, yeah. I know we could hear that even with this damn squirrel. Oh, squirrel. Alright, so they are over there, I guess.
Got another one starting up.
Shut up. Bro! Alright, well. Maybe we should just keep talking. For the sake of talking.
You know, I'm trying to remember how that all went during that charge. What we call a charge. I mean, I
Yeah, we were talking.
don't know what else you wanna classify it as, but
1, 2, 3.
we just so happened to be pointed in the right direction at the time. So I don't know, we weren't really talking that much.
No, we weren't. I was breaking stuff though.
Almost feels like one thing that's consistent is the inconsistency.
Fuck squirrel. You're a rock.
Figured that was you. Boy, I'd sure hate to see a bunch of trees moving and shaking.
I wonder if our backpacks being on does anything, because they can see that. I know when that ruckus happened, our backpacks were sitting.
Yeah. So even if we wanted to go for a weapon, I don't think we would. Well, I don't know if you had yours on you, but mine was in my backpack at the time.
Well, mine was on me.
Okay, well.
Yeah, okay. Adios, amigos.
How do you know they speak Spanish?
Hey, look, a blob squatch. Ah, well, whatever. You know, the one we don't check out is going to be the one that one time that we absolutely should have. So, just keep trying.
Okay, I guess they ate all the chocolate Cocoa Puffs that was in that glass jar.
So they seem to really love the Cocoa Puffs. Something else we'll bring up here shortly is Pop-Tarts.
Probably their new favorite thing.
Okay.
And that didn't have great results, but I think they actually do really like Pop-Tarts and would like them. However, it's the timing that sucks.
I guess we'll know if they got upset we didn't bring more.
It's the season.
They said they want to do something different with the box.
Our activities
I was noticing, or at least I was commenting, like,
activities kind of dropped off a
the
bit.
fact the
So
corn wasn't being eaten all, because most of the time, probably one is fully eaten, and two might be half. So that's why I only brought two this time. And then 7 oranges. And a bag of peanuts.
You know, I'll be interested to see if they leave that, like the husk, since there's no husk on there.
Right?
If they leave the cob behind, or
what?
if that changes. I don't know, it's always hit and miss and odd, like what they'll take and what they'll leave behind. And you know, like, why did they leave that jar?
Yeah.
But they took the peanut butter.
Probably because they ate everything out of that one. Peanut butter one took time. I would imagine.
Or were they saying, hey, we like this, bring more of this stuff?
It's furthered our proof because obviously something took those things out.
I can already...
There's no argument there. There's none. Anybody with a brain, all you have left to say is that it's some person messing with us. We already know for more than enough reasons that is very, very, very unlikely.
So I already know that in this video, I'm going to get a text message from you about not showing that.
Not really, because that picture's okay, I'll edit it out.
Oh, I know, but if we were saying something right there that you want to keep in.
Because then it's nice and smooth and steady. Yeah, I'll be perfect. Because some days we really miss the ball. Both of us, we do that. Just tap into it out, man. It's like you can't see it. No matter what you do, you can't see it like our eyes are seeing it. You know? Crisp. Every angle, every view, not shaking around. Even if you're running, it's smooth, right? It's never gonna be like that. Although, you know, TVs have started to curve.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I could see them doing like a whole half shell type thing. So it's kind of like curving on top of you and under, you know? I could see that. I could see that probably within like 5 years. Hey, why just curve the side? Let's curve the top too. And make it even bigger.
Guys, here's a clip from a little bit earlier this day, so it's just an hour or two prior when we were walking, and this is with the SX540, so this is 20.3 megapixels. A majority of the rest of the footage has been the other camera, which is around 16 megapixels. It's actually a really big difference. A lot of the comments we get about this amazing image quality and clarity is from this camera, the 540. Now, holding the camera still and getting, good, clean, smooth shots while hiking and holding a bunch of other things, not having a camera crew or anything with us, that's a whole other story.
Rock's obviously been turned up ways. Weird, usually a bear would completely move it. So yeah, this is our old stomping grounds here.
Does anybody notice something that could look a little bit out of place here? You see it?
Huh? Yeah. Oh. But the ladder, it's probably a hunter. Well, we didn't pass any signs though. Yeah.
So these big boulders
Yeah,
back
no
here is where
camping.
we have gifted before. It's actually when we first started doing gifting, and everything was covered in snow. So we would put fruit and, potatoes, vegetables, whatever it was we had up in this little cave where you had to get through it, walking through snow. Our gifts would be gone, and there would be no tracks anywhere whatsoever from any animals, let alone, Bigfoot.
Go for it. You know if there's anything there. Nothing?
Boy, I'd sure hate to see a bunch of trees moving and shaking.
I wonder if our backpacks being on does anything, because they can see that.
Boy, I'd sure hate to see a bunch of trees moving and shaking.
I wonder if our backpacks